I'm Kim.
I'm Terry,
We are two big women on a couch.
edgy, witty, and not apologetic about who we are and what we think, do, and say.
We are bringing you controversy from the couch. And Terry, I've been, of course, scanning the world news and so forth, and came across something that actually just hurt my soul so bad. And I felt like, when I wanted to share it with you, and we could share it with the world, pretty much. And so, I was reading the news, and I didn't know about this. I've known about some horrible things that have happened to women over the centuries and so on and so forth. But when I read this again, it was just really, really, really horrible. And I just I don't know what to say. But basically, in Cameroon, in Africa, there's this. I don't know how long this has been going on, but there's this practice now, I guess, where mothers are actually taking a hot. I guess it's sort of like a hot board or a something that's been put in kind of like ambers or whatever, coconut shells or whatever, and they're actually beating their daughter's breasts with these objects, right? And
Mhm.
it's supposed to keep their breasts from growing, and it's supposed to keep these girls from being attractive to boys, and keep them, I guess all the things like, I don't know, not having sex and maybe staying in school, or I don't know what. But the
Mhm.
thing is, they are literally doing this to their daughters, taking a hot, ambered, fired piece of wood or something, and actually on a daily basis, uh, pressing that up and slamming that up against their children's breasts.
Oh my gosh, I think that is absolutely horrible. And I think what's really horrible about this just is another way, just put this right up here with female genitalia
The
circumcision
mutilation.
and that
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
as another way to suppress a woman's sexuality. And it's always been about that. How do we keep a woman from being sexual, from being her true sexual self? I think we've seen that all throughout history with everything from the burqas to what's happening there in Cameroon. And what's really atrocious is this is really being done in the name of love. It's horrifying.
Yeah, I think these mothers are really thinking that they're doing something good to again keep their daughters safe from maybe early pregnancies or
Hmm.
unwanted affection or whatever. But all they're doing is mutilating these children.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible.
And they're
And
creating all kinds of not just the physical burns and scarring and all of that, but imagine the emotional and the psychological issues that these young girls are having to deal with.
yeah, it's absolutely atrocious. I know that the U.S. State Department has put out some information on that in their human rights report, and I really think that the more we can as women, particularly, bring things like this to the forefront, the more attention it gets, the more money will be put into the education and to stopping practices like this.
Well, I definitely think that having some kind of a solution to point people to, and so yeah, I would encourage people to do a little research on this, and particularly as women, to find a way to again create more awareness, and to do what we can to step up. This is just a terrible, terrible practice, and you know. Years ago when I was doing diversity training and everything, we would look at things and say, well, in a particular culture, is it okay to go into a culture and adjust their way of doing or their way of being? But when it comes to things like mutilation and harming
Hmm.
children and so forth, I don't think there's any argument. You know what I mean?
No, oh no, I don't either. I think I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's appalling to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing this particular controversy from the couch
Yeah, and
to.
again, I think if people want more information, they should Google this or check with the U.S. State Department on that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right. Well, I'm Kim.
I'm Terry.
We are two big women on a couch, and we thank you for being here. We hope you'll check us out at twobigwomenonacouch.com.